here I am, I'm earning only 12,000 per month. So I was like, okay, how do I go about it? So I decided to ask a friend of mine to if they're interested in doing all that, in maybe joining up, we want to upload together. And that was it. So they were like, okay, let's do it. So I was contributing 12,500. And at the same time, my friend was doing the other half. So it was quite a journey. And that's where it was quite a journey because I used to sacrifice food, sacrifice clothing, entertainment, and all that, just to be able to own that plot. And it took us, after 3 months, I got a promotion, fully, whatever. Then I started earning good money. Good money at that particular time was how much? Because if you're earning 12,000, then you're given a pay rise, and now you're earning 25,000. That's good money, and you're still a student. So I was like, okay, let's go for it. So it was easier. So after that, I was able to own the plot within 1 year. Then now decided to sell the plot, to buy it fully now from the partner, because the partner was like, okay, we are now done. But for me, I don't feel like I really need this plot. I just wanted to assist you in your goal, towards your goal. So I now went into buying from this guy at a certain interest. So I ended up paying 550. So I was able to own it within 2 years. So the biggest test that I'm trying to say here is, how do you put your dreams into fulfillment or into test, or how do you get rolling? It's by getting the right partners if you feel you're taking too much time. And also at the same time sacrificing some of the things that you have, be able to get through that. Right now, I'm in a position where I want to sell one of the plots that I have now to be able to now Jenga, like just put up now a structure so that I stop paying rent, because it's expensive paying rent. Yeah, so that's the test that for me I've gone through, which I usually find is very practical, because you do not have to wait up until you have all this money to be able to put something together. You can always start with what you have, then get the people who are like-minded like you, and just get going, get pushing yourself to the corner. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's very. I think that's an interesting one.
That's very right now. If the plot goes, if I decide now to sell the plot, I bought it at 550. But if I decide now to sell it, it's worth 1.2 million right now. The current market rate right now. So yeah,
That's a good investment.
yeah,
That's a very good investment.
A very good one.
It's a good, but I think we all got lucky, because after we bought, then an international school and came and built just next to our whatever, like 500 meters away from where our plots are. So it was like, oh, interesting. So the whole area escalated and all that. So always chase for your dreams. You can always achieve them. You can always put them into test. Always put them into test.
Yeah. That's very true. That is very true. That's very true.
So that's me. That's me. That's all.
So yeah, outside here, doing my estate, some people who are fighting. I don't understand what's going on, but yeah, it's very odd. So yeah, here's the reason why I asked that question. I asked that question because sometimes we get to spaces where we want to put our dreams to a test, but we fail to do so. Or if we do so, we do not know how best can we go about it. this happens because it gets to that space whereby we're not ready for it, or maybe we haven't actually planned for it. Sometimes we plan it using our own will and strength, and yet if we actually decide even to just pray about it, that's all we needed, and God to guide us. So after just thoroughly thinking through and just letting God at least also guide me, because it's a space also I need to learn, putting my dreams to the test as well. Even if it was starting with this Zoom call, it was just like, okay, let's start. Let's see what's going to happen. But I'd like us to go. I'm gonna take us through. I just say even another a short one, Maxwell course, which says put your dreams to the test. So we'll be starting next week with that. But I just wanted to find out from you guys what time best fits for everyone, so that we do not have guys longing in late or some missing out. So at least let's have, because I know right now roads are going to be open and going back to normalcy almostly, but although this is the new normal, but then what then can we do best so that we can also be able to and with the youth around, but what do we need to do right now so that we can actually have that ability to say, okay, fine guys, hey, this is what's going to happen, and this is how we can be able to put our dreams to the test as well. So we'll be going through just a small course. It's putting your dreams to the test. So I'm just gonna have your views on when best you guys would want to see that happen. Yeah. So we'll be going through. Hello.
Hi, I think for me, I think the timing works. Maybe just by 30 minutes, 6:30.
Okay.
Yeah. But anything else, I think works for me.
Okay. Brian, what about you?
Any time from 6 p.m. onwards. For me, it's fine. As long as not have a meeting at a particular time.
All right, all right. What about you, Leon? Huh? I hope you won't be flying, or you'll have to catch a flight for our class.
We are not going for flights anytime soon. I am sure, 100% sure. We are not going back anytime soon. So
okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with from 6 to 8, and Tuesday is okay for me.
All right. Tana, what about
as unemployed people, anytime is okay. So I'll concur with everybody's thoughts.
You'll get employment soon.
Don't worry. Not even about employment soon. Maybe she'll start up her own business.
Amen.
I actually sell donuts on the side, so I'm making some money.
But why are you just saying some money? Like that's not some money if you decide to take it full throttle. Like okay, do I need even now to call you and just take you through the whole business plan around donuts?
Itabidi juu mimi sijui anything about business. Like I'm the most naive person when it comes to business, but I'm willing to learn.
Alain, am I allowed to ask some few questions?
What
or you just wanted to hang out?
What I'll do is I will dedicate a day. We come do business, and you'll.
Oh, I will call you Santana and just take you through something, because I have wherever I used to do Blue Band or
Brian,
that's okay. So.
Okay.
But Brian, save a day that I will actually ask you to do a business plan, and you teach us and take us through a course or something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do practical. That's fine. I'll do a practical on proposals, business plan, and the rest. So I'll just come up with a plan, budgeting.
There we go. That's good. All right then. This basically it was 6 to 7. I can see it's already 7. Wow. But yeah, so as agreed, so we'll be doing the next course is just put your dreams to a test. So I've gone through it, but I still want to go through it. So it'll be fun just going through it and hearing what also you guys will be able to say. I would want to also get ideas on how can I put also my dreams to the test. I'm not yet there. I am still, because I think after doing that, I was like, I'm still a very, very long way back. Yeah, but reality is one thing that we've enjoyed through Proverbs as sharpens iron, so that we get to still sharpen each other. To sharpen one another, and we're able to help one another. And this, for me, that's what I find great. I find it really an amazing thing that, it helps us a lot. So apart from that, it's just us being able to say, okay, fine, here's what we're doing, and this is what next we shall be doing. Yep.
Did you guys
Yeah.
share like what you had learned from your biggest lesson from Proverbs?
No, they haven't shared, by the way.
Can you guys share?
Biggest lesson from Proverbs. Yeah, can I start? You guys have just gone quiet.
You can start. You can start.
So yesterday I was battling with something, and I just happened, I was reading the book of Proverbs, but there is this one thing that stood out for me. That's Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. Yeah, if I'm not sure if I'm right. Which is, okay, have I even forgotten? Let me just confirm. But I know it was quite an eye-opener for me. Can I read? Let me just read. I think that for me really stood out. Proverbs 29. Yeah, Proverbs 29, verse 25, which says, "It is dangerous to be concerned with what others think of you, but if you trust the Lord, you are safe." Just that, like, just very simple. So the reason why for me that stood out was been like over this period whereby everything that is happening to me has been a result of other people actions. Like especially when you're running a business, you understand that everything is an ecosystem. Like you on people relationship and all type of thing. So if one person decides just to go halabaloo on you, which really ruins even your reputation and all that type of thing, and also the business. So to me, that was much more of a comfort, a kind of a message or something that really God wanted me to hear yesterday, because I was in a week whereby I was just thinking around so many things that were happening around me. And that alone really made a lot of sense in terms of you do not have, it's dangerous, like it's just dangerous to think about or be concerned what others think of you. But all you need just to be focused on is what God thinks about you and what God has a plan for you. And because if you do that, then you're in the safe side or you are in the safe hands. So, and that's why for me, I keep on saying, God really wanted me to do away with my thinking or how I'm so much dependent on me and start focusing on Him to lead the way and just allowing Him to be in control. So that for me really stood out in the whole of Proverbs, and I've been living on it, and I really want to live on it moving forward. That's it.
That's really amazing. That's really amazing. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Is my Nini is still stable?
We can
I've
hear
had
you
my
now.
Yes, I can hear you.
He's been having problems. I don't know why. I need to call these guys and just find out, because hey,
Even mine is unstable, so I guess it's
Provider.
a service provider around here.
but yeah. Anyway, let's wait and see. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's intriguing to hear what people want to do with their dreams, and just being able to understand how far they really want to take them. And that's the same space for me as well. How far are we willing to take it? So it's just that thing. One, let's dedicate this into prayer as well. That as much as we are thinking of prospering and doing great things, let the Lord be the one to guide us. Let it not be about us, because we can be able to say, this is what I want to do. And then the Lord tells you, no, this is the direction. And you're like, God, no, this is clear what I want to do. Like, in that space, like I remember for me, when I finished school, it was more business. I was like, Lord, this is where you're taking me. I should be in spaces of business and doing everything. But it was this way. No, this is, and I'm like, God, here are opportunities, but it's like, no. Yeah. So it's that space whereby you literally need to, it says in Proverbs, the road is sweet, but the ending is bad. Like, you feel like that path of yours is great, but by the time you get to that end, it is. So let's seek life, because with God, it's better to live. It's better to have nothing with God and to have everything without God. Like, I think that's, for me, that's a statement that I'd walk on. But yeah. Yeah.
You're right. No, I'm agreeing with you. Like I'm enthusiastic. I didn't want to cut you off in the middle and start saying amen and preach. So
all right. Let's hear from Ruth.
Yeah.
How's the Proverbs been going?
For me, Proverbs, I think the biggest thing I learned was, if you seek wisdom from God, for sure you will find it.
Yeah.
And for that, I think for me, what I'm trying to do is more prioritize wisdom in my life. Because once you prioritize, it becomes some sort of habit. This is what you follow, this is what you want your life to look like. And yeah, so I think if you prioritize, using wisdom over wealth or over any other thing, you will find your paths being clear and insightful, because you now think on a different level, and God is showing you the way. So that stood out for me. Something else that was across Proverbs was, you have to keep listening to people. And you learning is a process. You never know everything, so you keep learning each and every day. Whether it's your parents, whether it's people that have authority, or your colleagues, or even someone under, you can always learn from them. And not being able to learn means you're walking in a very thin path. You won't be able to learn from your experiences, learn from what you're going through. So with anything you do, just see an aspect of learning in it. What else did I learn? Yeah, I think the last Proverbs 31, that you need to use discernment in choosing your partner, choosing someone that you're willing to spend life with. That's something also that I saw that I'm using. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right. Don't tell me it's me again. Internet.
Yep.
Boy.
Yeah. You're glitching.
But yeah, at least I got to hear you and I got to understand what you're saying. So which is really, really good. And that gave me an understanding of what you're talking about in the Proverbs. So it's really good. Leon, what about you? How's the Proverbs?
Proverbs has been okay. So I went through the whole Proverbs because I started late. I had to some chapters I had to rush on it, but I had time. Let's just say last weekend and this weekend, we have been having 3 weekends, if I can say. So I have been really going through Proverbs, and Proverbs 30 verse 8, I believe, is the one that captured my attention. I shared it with Santana today. It was saying, it was saying something about, okay, let me remember it. Oh yeah, it was saying it's better, that God should give me enough, but should not give me more.
More that I become boastful, or give is too small, too little that I steal, that I'm forced maybe to steal.
So it really caught me
Yeah, that's
attention, because actually in our dreams to achieve our success, we might be tempted in a way to want more, because obviously I'm sure all our dreams require money. And in doing business, as far as I've done business with people, there are shady people who just come out of nowhere, and they come with sweet deals that, trust you me, sometimes are very hard to say no to. So
100%.
I want God to give me that strength, to give me enough, something that can be able to satisfy me, my family, and basically my projects. That is starting my own children's home, my business, supporting my family, supporting the needy. Yeah, I really want to be able to get enough to sustain my project, especially my children's home. As in, I've really praying so hard to God that He really comes in and helps me to start that children's home, and especially to give me the grace and the wisdom to be able to run my business, not to be tempted or to fall into sin, because in business it's very hard to know where where excess comes in, or where you have charged somebody excessively, or where you've gotten so much. So I really want God to give me the wisdom, which especially wisdom, and to give me enough, just enough for my habits, enough to sustain my family, friends, and everything. So Proverbs chapter 30 verse 8, it really stood out, especially Jana. I read it and I prayed over it so much that I remember falling asleep without saying amen. So I woke up and said amen. I believe God heard those prayers. I believe God heard the prayers, I think. Yeah. That's it for me.
Proverbs 30 verse 8 and 9. Keep me from lying and let me be neither rich nor poor. So give me only as much food as I need. If I have more, I may say that I do not need you. But if I'm poor, I might steal and bring disgrace on my God.
Yeah, that's the first. Thank you, Brian.
Okay. It's quite deep. It's a deep one.
It's really a deep one, because it's not every day that we expect all that. But we just have to be in a space where we understand, okay, fine, this is what we desire and this is what God is telling us. And so the moment we're able to listen, it's really good. It's really good. Is you can still hear?
Yeah,
Feel like someone talking to me.
tunakusikia.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, guys. That's really great. So just again, as I said, how to work on your dreams, right? So just put your dreams to the test. That's exactly what we'll be doing next week. Come prepared, come ready to with an open mind. Please don't come ready to think that I am a teacher. No, let's come ready as brothers and sisters, friends, potential businessmen, ambassadors, pilots for generations, business ladies, CEOs. Let's come with this mentality so that we actually now just speak and engage one another. That's exactly what I'm looking forward to. I just want to be able to hear ideas. I just want to be able to hear what people are dreaming about. And that's the same thing. I'll be able to share my dreams as well. So let's get into a space where we're just growing one another. We're just sharing our potential ideas. And even, hey, we never know. An investor can come here. Your airport, my brother Leon, you never know. We can have Santana or Ruth here tell you, Ebu, pewa 10 million, and once it's a project yako. You never know. It's like God works in miraculous ways. God works in miraculous ways, and the only way that can happen is if we as well allow Him to work in our lives. So in that same space, that you keep on doing that, it's where now we all have to grow one another, and this growing one another comes from us sharpening one another. Yep.
Yeah. True that.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'd love to bring this to a close since I have another Zoom meeting in a few. And then, do you mind if I pray for you guys?
No.
Please do.
Kindly do. I need those prayers.
Okay, that's great. Our God and our Father, we thank you for this moment that we get to just come and work on one another, Lord God, Father, and just share our big dreams and ideas, Heavenly Father. I pray for Santana, I pray for Ruth, Leon, and Brian, Lord God, Father, asking that your will, Lord God, Father, may be fulfilled in their life.